Okay, this thing on, yeah? What's good, people? Tech Jamo, we're out here with the Airpulse A100 active speakers, fam. Now, first of all, let me give a big shout out to the guys at Airpulse and Bleep PR for sending me down these speakers to have a little play and make some content on them. Now, obviously, man is not an audiophile, but I do like my music and I do want some speakers that are better to monitor my video editing on. So I'm hoping that's what these Airpulse A100s are here to do. At £600 plus, these are out of man's price bracket. You understand? These are out of man's range of affordability. So I need to know that if you guys are going to spend your money on it, is it actually worth it? Let's get the thing unboxed. Fam, imagine these speakers come in their own separate bags. What? What is this? Okay. High-res audio thing. Okay, man sees you. Now looking at the front of the speakers, yeah, these look dope, fam. They definitely do look pricey. I love the simplistic look to them. I love the white on black panda kind of effect they got going on. Yeah, man, these look wavy, defo. On the bottom of the left speaker, you've got a little screen which basically shows you which input is currently activated. So whether it's USB mode, Bluetooth, optical, PC mode, or auxiliary, it will show you what's going on. And if you want to turn up the device, whichever mode is currently activated will start rapidly flashing, but it rapidly flashes whether you turn the volume up or down. I would have preferred like a visual graphic display showing me how much volume, or simply just have numbers on a range of 0 to 10 to let me know what volume level I'm on. Like, let's keep it simple, guys. Alright, so moving on to the back of the devices, you got the left device here on the left hand side and the right device on the right hand side. You got a couple of knobs. So the top knob is for volume, but you can also click it in for input, and I'll come back to that in a second because this means you don't have to rely on the remote to use this speaker and switch between inputs. Below that now, you've got a slider here for bass and you've got another slider here for treble. Now the treble and bass sliders are physical, so they don't just spin 360 degrees, they just spin to a certain maximum and they spin to a minimum. Whereas the volume slider is actually digital, so you can continuously spin that here, but you can also go onto your desktop PC or the PC that you've plugged this into and control the volume via the USB connection. So yeah, there's two ways you can essentially control the volume on this speaker. You've also got the on and off switch here. You've got a little port here to plug in the power supply. You've got another port here to plug in the link that connects the two speakers together. So basically everything, you know, gets worked out in this speaker, the active speaker on the left, and then it gets transferred and basically copied to the passive speaker on the right. You've also got port for USB there, optical in, sub out. I'm not sure if there's like a special subwoofer for this, or you can plug any subwoofer into this. It'll be interesting to find out actually. And then you've got two more sets of ports here for PC and auxiliary input. So that could be like an auxiliary to 3.5mm, or it can be the left and right stereo to stereo. Can't remember what those cables are called actually. So it's not that confusing. Essentially, if you want to plug in your PC, you could just use the USB input, plug in the power supply, and obviously plug in the speaker connector so that you've got stereo sound. And on the right hand side speaker, it's a bit boring here. You've literally just got the port to connect to the active speaker. That's it. Now, I didn't realize this before, but it also came with these kind of speaker stands that you put underneath the speaker. I think it stops reverb or something. I don't know. An audiophile will probably know. But yeah, you're supposed to slide this under the speaker and live your best life. Now also in the bottom of the box, you've got this little accessory pack which basically comes with everything you need to get your speakers up and running. You got a little instruction manual thing going on here. You've got these white gloves, fam. These are groovy. This is kind of that relax and end YouTube channel kind of stuff. I'm assuming you're supposed to use these so you don't actually scratch the speakers, fam. Yeah, these are all mad. It's a shame that I've already done all my filming. These are wavy. Feeling like Jeffrey out here. Goddamn. Right, now you got an optical cable, so this is good for plugging into your TVs. You've got an RCA to RCA cable. Now, in other unboxings, I've seen there was also an RCA to 3.5mm, but that didn't come included in my box. But you do get a little power supply at least. And you also get your USB cable to plug directly into a computer. And then you've got your speaker connection cables, which literally connect the speakers to each other. And you've also got some Velcro cable ties to neaten everything up. You've also got this little cleaning cloth to buff up your speakers. And let's not forget about the little dinky remote. It's so cute, family. It has all the buttons you need, or does it? Right, now using some of the songs on YouTube Studio, the royalty-free stuff. Let's see what the sound test is really saying. I'm using this special Comica Trax Shot stereo microphone so that we can get the best sound possible. Yeah, let's go. Alright, now I know I've only had the Airpulse A100s for over a week, and that doesn't really qualify for a full long-term review, but in terms of a quick, short, snappy impressions, they've banged. Every time I've used them, they've banged. And I'm literally going to start off with some of the basic features, like them having a remote. My Logitech X530s, they're quite old speakers, fair enough, but they don't have a remote, so I have to get up and manually twist the volume if I want more volume from the volume knob on the speakers itself. This, you've got volume controls, you've got mute controls, you've got controls for every single input that is possible with these Airpulse A100s, and you've also got your on and off button. The buttons feel nice and clicky. I haven't really got an issue with the functionality of the remote. However, what I do have an issue with is the size of the remote. Like, I literally lost it before I started recording this video. Also, there's no buttons to control the bass and the treble. Now, that's probably not a big deal because they do sound really good. Like, where the bass and the treble is at the moment, it's not something that you have to change on the fly all the time kind of thing to need the controls on the remote. But it would be nice since, you know, every other control seems to be on this remote. Now, remote aside, with its small size, if I did lose it, I would still be able to switch inputs and do everything the remote can do by the controls that are on the back of the active speaker, the left-hand side speaker. And I feel like that's something I really have to mention, because there's a lot of companies that they make products, they've got a remote for the products and the remote is all cool, or they got a smartphone app which is all cool, but once you've lost that remote or you've lost that application, or the application is not working well, the whole product itself literally crumbles. So I'm just letting you know that these set of speakers on their own without the remote, still more than functional for what they need to do. All the cables that you need come included in the box, and obviously at £700 you would expect that to be the case, but let me tell you, there are some companies that are selling devices without even having charging bricks in the box. So yo, nothing's to be taken for granted these days, you understand? Now sound, yeah, I don't know, see what it is, I'm not gonna lie guys, I'm not on audio file
that is coming out of these speakers is beyond my comprehension, fam. Like, obviously, you know, man is a bass junkie, yeah, Afrobeats, hip hop, R&B, that's where man is. So I like my bass heavy preset speakers, and these have a very bass heavy feel to them. However, that is not where the story ends. To accompany that bass, you're getting crispy highs, you're getting crispy mids, you're literally getting the full package from 2 bookshelf speakers. And for me, that's a mad thing, because for any of the other speakers I've used in the past, I need at least 2 speakers and a subwoofer to get the same sound, well, less sound than I'm getting from these Airpulse A100s. The sound is so sick, fam. Like, it's hard for me to describe it to you on video, even harder for me to show you on that sound test. Fam, trust me, yeah, I can't lie, it's £600 worth of sound. And again, I think what really sets these pair of speakers apart from the rest is the amount of inputs, fam. It's ridiculous. Optical, USB, Bluetooth, 3.5mm, fam, like literally, it doesn't matter what you want these speakers to do, it will be compatible with what you're using it with, and you can use it for anything, like literally from Spotify, Netflix, playing video games, plugging it into the back of your TV and using it as a set of TV speakers, all the way to plugging it into your PC and using it as a monitor speaker to listen to the audio in your mixing or for when you're video editing. Like, fam, I feel like the list is endless. You know, it sounds cheesy to say that, but I feel like the list is endless in terms of what you can do with these speakers, fam.